Hi all, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is about twins pregnancy and delivery from a dad's point of view.
You would be able to get more than $4,000 if you have hospital indemnity plans. Please avoid driving during this time.
So Rashmi blames that I am the culprit for having twins.
To save at least $800 to $1,000 tax if you have declared the DFSA account. I'm sure delivery was smooth because of that. You would get 2 baby gift boxes if you register from both of your accounts. You know exactly what to do when the baby is choking. You would be able to save 25 to 50% on 3 items if you have done this.
We got a good response for the twins pregnancy and delivery video which we published probably a month back. A few of my friends called me and asked, could you please share your experience from a father point of view? So thought of sharing my experience about twins pregnancy and delivery.
Subscribe to our channel if you like the video and click on the bell icon to get the notifications.
I'm going to share a few tips which we felt was really useful along with this video.
Pregnancy was confirmed, so the first task was finding out a good OBGYN doctor nearby who is in network. So we got the list of gynecologist doctors who are in network. Then we filtered out with the distance from our home. Then we checked their review. Finally we came up with 3 or 4 male doctors. Rashmi preferred male doctor. You have to call the doctor clinic and make sure they accept the new patients. First ultrasound scan and doctor visit. We waited for 6 weeks to get the first appointment from the doctor. As you can imagine, the ultrasound scan was taken. I felt something was wrong because the sonographer took longer than usual. At least I felt so. But they don't disclose anything what they see. So we went to the doctor room. He came in and told us, congrats, 2 kids. For a moment we thought, okay, it's our second kid. But after a few seconds I started doubting what he meant by 2 kids. After a few seconds I clarified with him what he meant by 2 kids. Then he said that, congrats, it's twins. I'm sure our CPU took a few seconds to process that. To be honest, I wanted the 3rd kid, but twins was something which was not there in our wildest dreams. I believe I was tensed after coming back from the doctor appointment. We called our parents and informed them. I'm sure they were tensed too, but they didn't reveal it. Moms would probably know the complexity when it comes to twins delivery. So Rashmi started telling about the complexities of twins delivery, which made the whole day tensed for both of us. Then we started googling, and you know that once you google it, you get to know all the bad experiences of twins delivery. Doctor said it would be a complex pregnancy just because it's twins. Time heals everything. Next day we started thinking positive. I had a guts feeling we will survive this without much issues. Remember, I was telling Rashmi, if we cannot survive this, who else can? He blames that I am the culprit for having twins. Just kidding. My maternal grandmother is an identical twin, and my neighbors are identical twins, and their sister daughters are twins. So twins are something which is not rare for us, but when it happens to us, it takes some time for us to digest it, isn't it? The notion that twins always skip a generation, which is a myth. The illusion may have arisen because men who inherit the gene from their mothers are unaffected by it, since they don't ovulate, but can still pass it to their daughters, who in turn will have an increased likelihood of conceiving twins. In my case, 1 generation was skipped from having twins. Also, my neighbors' daughters literally have grown up at my home, so we have seen twins characteristics. And my mom's sister daughter got twins recently. Both are girls. They are not identical but twins. Get a pregnancy confirmation letter from the doctor during your first visit. This is needed for your insurance to start covering your insurance coverages for maternity. This one you can send it to the insurance, and you can claim for your breast pump as well. Most of the insurance companies do provide a breast pump which is there in your insurance coverages, so please make use of it. You can probably avail the best breast pump available in the market, which will be covered in your insurance. So one huge advantage for us is my elder daughter was 5 years old by that time. So it's not our first kid, so we know how the pregnancy, and we knew that she's gonna help us a lot when it comes to taking care of twins. We never stopped anything just because we were pregnant. I'm a sports addicted person. Rashmi likes to go to gym and work out, and she is an avid reader. We continued what we have been doing. At the same time, we were careful for the first 4 to 5 months of pregnancy period. We participated in all the competition, patio decoration. We never missed my daughters any extracurricular activities like swimming, gymnastics, Kumon maths and English classes. Rashmi never missed a gym class. I didn't miss any of my cricket or badminton during that time. She had nausea and vomiting as well. So this might be the time where all the guys would support their wife. We used to go to gym until 9th month of pregnancy. Rashmi's workout and lifestyle really helped us to have a smooth delivery. Madurai Mess was like a home for us. We used to visit Madurai Mess once in a weekend, probably for 5 months. Then we started learning about twins. How many types of twins are there? I'm sure we wouldn't have learned about twins if we didn't have twins. We started searching a lot in Google, watched a lot of YouTube videos about twins. Bring parents at the right time. We wanted the parents to be here as much as they can after the delivery. At the same time, we do know that twins pregnancy will not go more than 38 weeks, average from 32 to 36 weeks. So we planned it in such a way that they would be here by the week of 35th or 36th. I always had a habit of tracking all my tasks, either using an Excel sheet or a reminder. I had plenty of things to do, so kept an Excel sheet with all the tasks to be done before and after the birth. Also the items we wanted to buy for the twins. I get a lot of teasing from most of my friends and wife that without Excel sheet or Word you won't be able to live. Maybe it's an influence of my software engineering job. Couple of my friends asked me to share that Excel sheet, so I'm sharing it here. Hope it will be helpful, at least for some of you. Don't Google too much. It's easy to say but tough to implement. I used to tell Rashmi that people who spend time to edit and upload in Google would be the ones who suffered the most. Rashmi spent a lot of time Googling about the twins pregnancy. She watched a lot of YouTube videos. That might be one reason triggered for us to upload 2 videos about twins pregnancy and delivery. I never Googled to find somebody's experience or complexities about the twins pregnancy. In our case, it was monochorionic diamniotic twins. They call it as MODI. It's not MODI, MO-DI twins. Understand your insurance coverages. Most of us wouldn't have spent enough time to understand some insurance terms like deductible, out of pocket. This might be the right time to learn that. In USA, you cannot live without an insurance. USA healthcare system works different than India. In India, you can go to any doctor. As you know, that's the biggest challenge in USA. We had a good coverage with my company, but still we wanted to make sure the doctor is in network, the hospital is in network. Even the pediatrician who would come and check your baby, they have to be in network. Otherwise, it would be considered as out of network doctor, and the amount which you need to pay might be higher than what you expect. Insurance start paying once you meet the deductible, which can be $2,000 or $3,000, depends on your insurance coverages. Maternity advocacy program. This is one additional benefit which we had with our insurance. We got to know all these details well in advance, so we registered in the first trimester when she was pregnant, so we got the maximum coverage of it. During that program, a maternity advocate would have a few classes or sessions with us, and you have to attend all those classes. Once the delivery is done, they would credit back the deductible amount which you have paid from your pocket. Hospital indemnity plans. This is one supplementary plan which our insurance offered to us a couple of years back. We went through their brochure and made sure this might be beneficial for us. So I opted for that. So most of the hospital indemnity plan works this way. They give us a credit of $2,000 or $1,000 credit on the first day of hospital admission. From there onwards, probably $100 or $200 per day credit. This, as I told, this is a supplementary plan on top of your insurance. You have to do during the enrollment period. So please watch out. If you are planning to conceive, check is there any hospital indemnity plan or any additional maternity benefit plans for you and opt for that. So the $1 million question, do you get 2 times the credit back to your account if it is twins? Answer is yes. If it's twins, you get 2 times. So I don't think we have paid anything from our pocket because of maternity advocacy program. They covered all the deductible amount back to us, and the hospital indemnity plan, which probably we got somewhere around $4,000 back. The doctor's clinic would have a tie-up with the hospital, or the delivery would happen in the hospital where the doctor works, and they do provide a monthly plan for you. So you basically pay $100 to $200 per month, which would be your out of pocket. So they do some calculation, understanding your insurance coverages, then they come up with the monthly plan. So you have to pay monthly some amount between 100 to 200 to the doctor's clinic. Also, if any enrollment periods are coming just before the delivery, you may choose higher plan to reduce your out of pocket. Opt for dependent care flexible savings account, FSA. So you allocate some fund to your FSA account at the start. So every month some amount would be deducted from your salary and would be credited to your FSA account. So you can claim all your child expenses, their tuition fees. I believe you get minimum $500 to $1,000 savings if you declare your FSA, just because you don't pay the tax for that amount which you move to your FSA account. So one important thing, let's suppose you keep $5,000 in your FSA account, you don't get that back. Let's suppose you spend only $4,000 and you uploaded the bills for only $4,000, that $1,000 is lost. So what you need to do, you have to know whether you are taking any vacation to come back to India for a couple of months or a month. Those months you don't pay that child care expenses. So calculate your FSA account based on your vacation plans. We did it and we got the most out of it. The number of doctor visits have been increased. Ours was Modi twins. So they have to check the twin to twin transfusion syndrome, which they call it as TTTS. I let you search all these terms in Google, or you can watch this video from Rashmi where she explains in detail about TTTS. We were referred to a perinatal group who is specialized in complicated and high risk pregnancies. So we had an appointment with this perinatal group once in a week. They do the scan every time when we go there. We started using the Google Calendar. I have been using it for some time, and Rashmi started using during the delivery time, so you don't miss out any doctor appointment. My daughter had gymnastics, Kumon, swimming classes. So Google Calendar really helped me to track all my activities. Also, you schedule your work meetings based on your doctor appointments. Get ready to spend at least a couple of hours in a day with your insurance. In the case of twins, the first 5 days of expense would be billed against mother's name. So as you can imagine, because it's twins, there would be 2 bills with the same date of birth with mother's name. So the second twins bills will be rejected, stating that it is a duplicate bill. So you have to follow up with the insurance and get it reprocessed. I spend minimum 100 to 150 hours calling all the service providers or the insurance to settle all the claims. Her pregnant belly was growing bigger day by day. Make your nursery ready. Since it was our second kid, we know what to buy exactly. For the first kid, you thought of buying a big crib which can be used as a storage after a few weeks, especially for Indians. So we know exactly what to buy for. Pack your hospital bag. Since Rashmi's case, it was a planned C-section around 37th week. We packed at least 2 to 3 weeks in advance. One of my friends told us to pack a couple of blankets, which I don't recommend because it was of no use. They do provide the blankets in the hospital. Tools and classes. Infant and child CPR classes. They teach you hands-on techniques for handling a life-threatening emergency. There are videos of it online, but getting a hands-on experience would be better.
The one class which we felt really useful is the baby's CPR class. I'm not sure whether your hospital would provide that, but definitely Methodist Hospital provides that, and it's on Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at that time. So we used to register upfront. Even though the delivery is not happening in Methodist, you can still register for that. It's a free class. They would really give you a practical experience when the baby is choking, what you need to do. We felt really useful. Even I attended that class twice because after a few weeks I didn't remember what we need to do, so I went and registered again for those classes. Car seat and booster seat safety class. During the car seat safety class, I got to know how do we make use of the car seat locking mechanism, which I was not at all aware of it until I attended the class. I even asked a tip, how do I keep 2 car seats and 1 booster seat at the back of my sedan car, and they gave us a tip telling that you don't have to keep the base for your infant car seats, so that way you can accommodate 3 car seat, 2 car seat and 1 booster car seat at the back of your car. There was only one hospital which was providing that in San Antonio, so we registered for that class. We went there, we carried our car seats. During the car seat safety class, I got to know how do we make use of the car seat belt locking mechanism, which I was not at all aware of it until I attended the class. Hospital tour. We were shown different types of room, one with the bathtub as well for the water delivery. Hospital tour was really helpful. They would explain you where the babies would be born, the NICU, the hospital staffs. They explains the procedure, where you need to park your car when you arrive for the delivery. They will make you prepare well on what to expect when you arrive for the delivery. I remember they explained us better take a weekly parking ticket rather than daily if you are staying in the hospital for more than 2 days to save the money. Breastfeeding, prenatal and childcare classes. This is more beneficial for you if it's your first delivery. They explain you the characteristics of a newborn baby, what their action indicates, what needs to be done when they cry. We asked questions about tandem feed, so we got to know how to feed twins at the same time. It's better to learn that way, otherwise you never get any free time. Create baby registry in the major website. You can create the baby registry in Amazon, Target and Walmart. In case of twins, we registered from both of our accounts, so we had 2 baby registry in all these websites. You get a free baby registry gift box. Once you register in Amazon baby registry, you would get probably 20 to 25% off on 3 items there. So what we did, all the costly items like car seat, strollers, we ordered from Amazon using that baby registry offer of 20%. Check for the deals to save the money. I used to check slickdeals.net and Deals of America almost every day. We used to get some deals for the baby formula. You get approximately $40 to $50 savings for 3 bottles of formula from Similac. We used to buy and store whenever there is a deal. We used to see buy one get one deals also. Find a good pediatrician. So this you have to do before you get admitted to the hospital, because you need to fill this information there. Call your pediatrician clinic and make sure they are open for the newborn. You have to go to the pediatrician probably the 2nd day after reaching home. C-section. Doctor preferred cesarean because it was twins. We asked a couple of times why can't it be normal. So doctor explained with a few valid reasons which we were convinced. Anyway, it's a doctor's call finally. We both felt like the best place to be in for a twins delivery is USA. Find the names for your twins. We already identified a name for a baby boy or a baby girl, but we had to find one more baby boy name. You can imagine, it's tough to even finalize one baby name, so it was even more tough for us to confirm 2 baby boys' names. The day before the delivery, Yashmi was asked to apply some shampoo on her pregnant belly, and we were prepared to leave the house somewhere around 3:30 a.m. because we were asked to be there around 5 a.m. in the hospital. It was all smooth
and fast because we attended the hospital tour. So they explained where to come, where do you need to park the car. The D-Day, delivery day, I remember the nurse was trying to get the vein from Rishmi's hand, but it was not happening. That made me tense. Then after some time, Rishmi was taken into the labor room. I was asked to wait outside, and I was told that you would be called inside after some time. I was given a hospital gown, like a PPE kit now we have seen because of the COVID. I have to wear outside my shoe, and I was waiting outside. As you can imagine, most of the husbands would go through some tension during that time. In old movies you might have seen husbands would be smoking outside the operation theater, walking here and there. We won't be able to do that in USA for sure. Finally I was called in, and I had a chair to sit near to Rishmi. I was holding her hand. There was a curtain in front of me, so I can't see what was happening on the other side of the curtain. I can imagine what was happening there from that burning smell. I had an option to remove that curtain, but I didn't. I did okay because I didn't faint. Sometimes Rishmi was holding my hand tight, so I can imagine what would be happening on the other side of the curtain. All of a sudden doctor told that baby A is out, and he showed the baby to me. We informed doctor Rishmi had bleeding issue after the first delivery. So doctor noted that, and in the 7th month blood test he noticed the platelet count was reducing. So he asked for additional blood test, and this was one concern. I can see in the doctor notes during the delivery there was something mentioned about check the platelet counts, and she had again the bleeding issue, but we felt they were well prepared and they have taken care of it. Baby A was fine, and baby B was taken out. He had fluid in the lungs, so he had breathing issue. The nurses and staffs were telling us it's normal, don't worry. But this is something which we didn't Google before we go for delivery regarding this fluid in the lungs. If we read it enough, I don't think we would have been so concerned during that time. An expert team was called in. They came and took care of baby B. They brought oxygen mask, and I saw them patting on back of the baby B. After some time he was doing well, and both baby A and B didn't go to NICU. Rishmi was not able to see what was going on with the baby B. The doctors were closing the incisions, so I made sure she is not aware of what is going on with the baby B. So I had a plan to keep the elder one as Adar and younger one as Aryan, but Rishmi told the other way. They apply an ointment on the newborn's eyes. In USA, birth photographers, there would be a birth photographer in the delivery room. He or she would be capturing the pictures, and they would send those pictures to you with a watermark. You can pay and get it or opt out. Newborn babies get bands. They tie one in the ankle and one in the wrist with the names baby A and B. So the twins would be called as baby A and baby B in the hospital. We kept the bands for a few weeks after coming home also, because we were not able to identify them for first couple of weeks. I think parents would be able to identify them in 3 weeks. My parents used to ask, why do you need to tie one in ankle and one in the wrist? So it's just our project management skills of having a backup mechanism if one is lost. Then we were taken to recovery room for a couple of hours after the delivery to monitor Rishmi. 3 days of hospital stay after the delivery. All the babies would have some straps in their hand which would trigger an alarm if the baby is taken out from the hospital. So we were so happy with the security comfort level in the hospital in USA. I remember I even told Rishmi, if you go back to India, we should start a hospital with all this facility here in USA.
The nurse showed us how to bathe newborn babies. Sometimes they take them to NICU and bathe them. I used to watch from the window outside of the NICU. How do they bathe the babies? They got the necessary vaccinations. We met a Malayali nurse in the hospital. She was so friendly and caring. Nurses used to come and ask us, do they need to keep the newborn babies in the nursery so parents can sleep for some time at night? We were not comfortable on the first day, but second day we were so comfortable because we know they take care of them really well. And we both were literally tired, so we requested them on the second night, could you please keep the babies in the NICU for some time? We were able to sleep couple of hours because of that, and they will feed them the formulas if needed. I would say the nurses were expert in taking care of the twins. We were feeling really comfortable. I remember I was telling Reshmi, let's stay in hospital one more day. My parents were so keen to meet the newborn babies, but I have to go pick them up. On the first day, as I said, I was not comfortable to leave Reshmi alone with the twins, but gradually we got to know the nurses take care of them really well. I was able to go on the second day, brought my parents and my elder daughter to the hospital. They have to carry their identity cards to get into the hospital, which you might have seen as a task in my Excel sheet. My elder daughter was so excited to see them first time. My mom is an expert carrying babies. Nurse was showing her how to breastfeed both babies at the same time. First couple of times she was not comfortable feeding both babies at the same time, but gradually we realized that's the best way to do that, otherwise she doesn't get any rest.
Plan your hospital discharge. Normally the insurance covers for the first 5 days after the delivery if it is a C-section, and 3 days if it is a normal delivery. In case if you have to extend the stay in hospital, you might need to pay out of pocket amount more.
We got discharged on the third day from the hospital. You can get a few items from the hospital like baby clothes, towels, caps, body wash and a baby shampoo. You may use this body wash to clean their milk bottles as well. We didn't buy clothes and towels for the babies because we got it from the hospital for the initial few weeks.
The NICU coverages are different, so be aware of all these coverages before getting admitted to the hospital.
Most of the hospitals in USA do check the car seat and make sure the babies are safe in the car seat. When the discharge is anticipated, the nurse would let you know to bring the car seats and get it verified. Get familiar to operate the car seat if it is your first child.
You have to add the twins as your dependents in your insurance coverage. You have to add in a particular time frame. It can vary from 5 days to 60 days depending on your insurance coverages.
Bringing twins home. We bought only the essential items to make a nursery at home. One crib, diaper changing pad, nursery pillow, which is a must to do tandem feeding. Of course, size 0 newborn diapers, wipes, 2 strollers, or you can get a twin strollers, diaper bag, breast pump, nursing wear, bottles, birth clothes, footed pajamas, diaper cream, digital thermometer, nail clipper, formula. I believe that's all we had set up in the nursery. You can find all these items in the Excel sheet which I shared earlier.
A lot of people would recommend you to make a big nursery, buy a lot of steps. We experienced that from our first kid. Birth certificate, passport and OCA card. As you might be aware, they were born in USA, so they can be a US citizen. So to come back to India, you need visa. So that's what we call it as overseas citizens of India, which is OCA card. So the twins need OCA cards to travel back to India. Otherwise you have to apply for visa, which might be costly. Hospital provides the form for applying the birth certificate. You collect the birth certificate after a few weeks, then apply for the passport, then apply for OCA card. We were lucky that Indian consulate were conducting a consular camp in San Antonio at that time. So we registered for that. But at the same time we were confused what is the benefit of going for those consular camps, because at the end they have written you still have to send the documents to the Houston Indian consular office. So we went there, then they told us please show the parents original passport. We didn't have, so I had to travel back and get the passports. They verified it, they put a signature and the seal in the OCA card application. So the advantage of attending those consular camp is you don't have to send everybody's original passport to the consular office, because they would have already verified and put their signature in the OCA card forms. Apostille the birth certificate. If you want to use this birth certificate in India, you need to get it apostille. You can do that in Austin. I think they charge $23 per birth certificate. We heard that for OCA card you need to get it apostille, but it need not be. We can do that in Austin. You can either send it by post, it takes 3 to 4 weeks, or you can take an appointment and go directly and get it done in 5 minutes.
Having twins is not twice as hard. It's exponentially more difficult, especially the first 3 months. I would not say ours was that hard, compared to what we expected, but still it was a tough period for the first 3 months. Mom used to be with twins at night in the other bedroom, so whenever one wakes up, she brings them for breastfeeding, change the diapers and make him sleep, then the other wakes up.
After probably a week, I can see my mom is getting really tired because she is not able to sleep at all.
So we decided to have rotation. So Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturday, I used to be with twins. We just want to make sure Reshmi gets enough rest. I avoided driving as much as possible during that time because I started feeling like I might fall asleep at any time just because lack of sleep. Probably after 6 months, they sleep more and it would be easy for taking care of them. And probably the golden period starts after 6 months. When I was on vacation for a year after my parents left, I used to take care of twins until 5 p.m. After 5 p.m, Reshmi takes over. We somehow managed without sending them to daycare.
Losing sleep continuously for a week, I know it's affecting my health also. Whenever I drive for 3 minutes, I start sleeping, so I avoid driving as much as possible during that time. I still remember I used to come back from the office in my friend's car a few days. It takes hardly 10 minutes to reach my home. He has to wake me up once I reach my home. I was that much tired. So the first 3 months, it's gonna be a challenge. But from then, probably from 4th or 5th month, it's gonna be a golden period. Without a doubt, I can tell this. Twins are one of the best things happened in our life.